about you? Yes. What have you been watching?
Okay, so just like the rest of America, we watched obviously Tiger King. So
Oh, yeah.
today I can ask you, how are you, you all my cool cats and kittens? How are you doing today? This is Kale
My God.
Basket.
Are you doing like? Oh my God.
I haven't watched
You just
Tiger
need to be
King.
like riding on a bike.
Yes, yeah. So we watched that. I'm not going to talk about that because I think
Because
that
Sarah hasn't seen it, right?
yeah. And I don't know, maybe we do a podcast later on it. It's up to you guys. But I think that because it's such like it's the show that
Tiger
now
King's so played out. It's so last week.
yeah.
It's already old.
Yeah.
That's old news.
Yeah.
Joe Exotic's old news now.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone was crazy about it, so they talked and they heard a lot about it. So I just don't want to talk about it. But I just have a question for you. Did you watch the recent episode that they just released?
Yeah, the boy. Did you see the boyfriend's new look?
Oh, actually, I didn't watch it. So I was just
Oh, you gotta watch
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, because for me it was like, okay, the show is done. What is the purpose of like having an after show? And yeah, I didn't like to mess
Well,
with
I
my.
mean, it's not like a reunion or anything like that. It just follows up because
Mhm.
enough time has passed since the last episode, you know? So
Yeah.
it's just where, and then also it was kind of insightful to hear what the other characters or the other players in the documentary actually thought about Joe Exotic.
Mhm.
Because, you know, there's a lot of like sympathy plays in terms of like the structure of Tiger King.
Mhm.
So it's pretty revealing like what they actually thought of Joe Exotic in like an I mean, it's edited, but in a less edited format, you know.
Mhm. Yeah. And now all of them are famous, kind of like so they are enjoying
Yeah, I know.
this
I know.
fame. So
That was probably the least interesting part of the follow-up episode is like
mm,
the question of how are you dealing with all this stuff,
mhm.
like all the fame. But yeah, the story is just, I mean, it was the Tiger King was a phenomenon. It was a phenomenon for a reason. It was engaging. I mean, you can't get better than a character. The main character, there's this dude. He's got a mullet, like goatee. He loves guns. He lives in like what the Midwest South
Oklahoma,
area. Right,
Oklahoma.
right, right. Oklahoma. He's gay. He has multiple boyfriends. His mentor has like a harem of wives. And oh yeah, he's accused of plotting to murder his competition, named Carol Baskins, who, by the way, may or may not have fed her ex-husband to tigers.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I mean, you take that and you're like, wait, what? Based on a true story.
Yeah.
Seems like a train wreck.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, you have to like, you don't have to do much to make this like a great series or documentary. They did. You just got to not fuck it up. But they took it to another level, I think, with their like structure, because everything always ended on a cliff. That's why I watched it so fast. It wasn't because like I wanted to. It was like I had no choice. At the end of an episode, you're like, what? All right, one more episode. One more.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It seems
So
like
Tiger
from what
King,
I've
yeah.
heard.
What's up?
I was gonna say it seems like what I've heard about Tiger King is that the documentary crew had like really great access.
The great access.
Yeah. Is that true?
Yeah, and you know they had also inherited some like pre-shot material from another producer who was filming other like scenes and like other like media from Joe Exotic because I think with this guy he wanted to be famous for so long.
Yeah, he was like producing his own shows, his own shitty shows that he was like broadcasting on the internet.
Yeah.
And he hired this producer thought it would make a great reality show. This is like like one of the creators of Inside Edition, who's like a producer. So it was like a legit dude that came over and filmed stuff and took over his show and brought up the production value or the production value. So that's where he got like some of the footage this Netflix series.
Some of the unburned footage, because
unburned. Yeah, that's a miss. There's just so many twists and turns in this thing, but yeah,
they had a crazy life. They had a crazy journey for sure. But that's not the show that I'm like recommending everyone to watch. Not because that probably they already watched it, but because I think it's just like good to know the subject. But I saw a lot of people just felt so much sympathy for Joe Exotic or like for different characters, and they cheered for like a wrong purpose. So
but I mean that's part of like you have a great character, right? When it's like like this, the subject matter, the captivity in these zoos and the tiger as a subject isn't like a grand scale huge thing, but they've got characters that you just can't help but be invested in, from the workers, like even bit characters have such a unique like that lady that returned to work after that accident, like within 5 days or something like that, you know what I mean? You've got all these characters, and that's the heart of, that's who we identify with, right? Is individual characters, not groups or concepts or anything like that. So it doesn't surprise me that Tiger King became such a phenomenon and divisive, and people had all this sympathy and for these characters. So it was also part, and that's why it's interesting, because it's to catch the after episode, the follow-up episode, is to hear the truth about how people really viewed Joe Exotic, because you get go ahead.
I have a question for you. Did they show? I mean, did they include Carol in the after episode? I mean, the last episode.
No, I don't recall. They talked about her, and they got opinions from everyone else, but don't recall. I don't think so.
I agree that there were like some facts like sketchy about her, but I think she didn't deserve all the negativity or negative publicity that she got from the show. So I just saw a lot of people make.
She deserved it. She murdered her ex-husband and fed him to tigers. Apparently,
there is no evidence. There is no evidence for that. So.
Oh my goodness.
Please feel free to like and subscribe. Ask these people.
Yeah, hit that button. We want to hear from you.
It's so easy. And you will not get disappointed.
Yes.
Please cut that last part.